What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss this Saturday's UFC Paris, but I've picked three fights from the card that are not the main or co-main event that are going to be my three sleeper picks for fight of the night. Some on the main card, some on the prelims. But before we get into it, guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, guys, getting right into it. My first pick for my sleeper picks of fight of the night got John Makdessi going against Nasrat Haqparast. You got Makdessi, lightweight, 37 years old. He's, I think, won 4 out of his last 5, but he's fought like once every year. He hasn't been very active. He's coming off of a victory against Ignacio Bahamondes, which is a really good because Ignacio is a very highly regarded prospect in the lightweight division. But Makdessi here, he's 37, and he's in a division that heavily relies on speed, athleticism, but with him being so skilled as a kickboxer, he can rely on his technical ability. He's been there, he has the experience, he's seen the pressure, he's been under the lights, and those are going to be his pros in this fight against Nasrat. But Nasrat now, who is only 27 years old, he's been against very top level athletes like Dan Hooker, Drew Dober. Who's the other guy that he's coming off the loss against? I'm so sorry. Bobby Green. So he's going against high-level guys, high-experienced guys, and now we get to see what he's going to do bouncing back. So he has the youth, the athleticism on his side. You know, and Nasrat's very highly regarded within the UFC brass. They want to see him succeed. They keep putting him up against guys with high names, and Makdessi is one of them. He's a name where if you're a UFC fan, you see his name, you're like, oh yes, like high-leveled kickboxer, and it's going to be a striking war for sure. The UFC is definitely setting that up for sure to be an exciting matchup, and I can definitely see some fireworks. Gun to my head, I got Nasrat over John. I think his youth, I think his athleticism is going to be the key. I think his crisp striking is going to be the key. I think he's going to get to his button faster than John will. I think John, being 37, I think that he's now over the hump of his prime, and we're going to see that this Saturday. Moving forward, we got Charles Jourdain against Nathaniel Wood in the featherweight division. Now, yes, this is my one of my sleeper picks for fight of the night, but I'm not a fan of this matchup per se, right? You got Nathaniel Wood, recently come up from bantamweight, fighting in featherweight. You got Charles Jourdain, who is very large for a featherweight, right? Lando Venata went down to featherweight from lightweight because he felt like he was too small for lightweights, and he ran into the Charles Jourdain train. And Charles is so big for featherweights that he's basically a lightweight. I see him as a natural lightweight. I don't think he's really fighting in his division at featherweight. And Nathaniel Wood, I don't really see him fighting in his weight class at featherweight. I think he's more of a natural bantamweight, but he doesn't really want to cut the weight. Maybe he's more healthy. Maybe he has issues with his liver or kidneys. I know he's dealt with a lot of issues with his hands. I know that has nothing to do with weight cutting, but I know that he's dealt with a lot of injuries. So I think that him not cutting the weight is just one obstacle that he doesn't want to have to go through, which, hey, I can respect that. But I don't like this matchup in a guy like Charles Jourdain, who he's basically fighting a guy 2 weight classes above him. And that is going to be his biggest obstacle in this. Charles is going to be the bigger, stronger guy, and I think that if Charles moves forward, marches forward, and is the bully, that is going to be his recipe for success. Nathaniel Wood is going to have to play the matador here. He's going to have to use his speed, his athleticism, his crisp striking. He's going to have to be in 2 places at once, basically, and make Charles guess constantly. And he's going to have to get on his bicycle and move. And he's going to have to outwork Charles Jourdain to get this victory. It's going to be a very tough fight for Nathaniel Wood. He can get it done. I think I'm rooting for him in this fight. But Charles Jourdain, he's so big, he's so powerful that I can definitely see him bullying Nathaniel Wood for 3 rounds. I can see that happening. So I'm very excited for that featherweight matchup. I think it's fireworks. I'm just not a fan for Nathaniel Wood. But hey, this is fighting, so we'll see what's going to happen in the UFC. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this matchup. All right, guys, last but not least, we got Nasruddin Imavov going against Joaquin Buckley. You got Imavov, who is highly regarded with the UFC. He was going to be fighting Kelvin Gastelum. That fight ended up not happening. He's got the TKO win against Edmund Shabazian. He's got a TKO win against Ian Heinisch. His only recent loss was to Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes is a bad motherfucker. So, I mean, there's no real shame in that. But you got a guy who's highly regarded. He's pretty young. He's 26 years old. He's going against a guy in, why can't I think? Joaquin Buckley, who's also young in his own regard. Guy's fireworks. So this fight right here, I'm surprised it's on the prelims. I have a haunting suspicion that this fight is going to end up being either like the prime prelim, like the main event of the prelims, or I think it's going to end up getting moved up to the main card. You got Joaquin Buckley, who's coming off of 3 straight victories. Abdul Razak Al Hassan, Antonio Arroyo, and Albert Duraev. They're not very big names, but he's looked good in all these fights. His only loss is against Alessio Di Chirichio, who's also fighting on the card. I'm not really going to get into his matchup. He got just head kicked in the next week. But the guy can show out. He's put out guys like Jordan Wright, Impa Kasangaway. So he can go out there and he can put dudes out. He's been KO'd twice, so he's the type of guy, do or die. He's willing to go out on his shield. And that's exactly what I'm going to expect in this matchup with Nasruddin. I just think that both of these guys, they have a point to prove. They're both willing to kind of put their chins out there. I'm not even going to pick a winner for this fight. I've seen more of Buckley, but I've seen that if Buckley can get hit, he can get put out. I haven't seen that with Imavov. So I'm excited to see this matchup, guys. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in UFC Paris as a whole. Don't forget to check out my main card bout. I mean, my main event bout breakdown with Tai Tuivasa and Cyril Gane. Don't forget to check out my co-main event breakdown with Robert Whitaker and Marvin Vettori. I'm very excited for UFC Paris, guys. So please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to tell me what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys think I'm full of shit, if you guys love what to hear, I love to hear your guys' opinions. What I missed out on, I love to hear it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. All right, Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.